Just when you thought your day really sucked.
You suck!
Here comes something to make it suck even more. It's a Lamont and Tonelli podcast.
We have former 49er Joe Nedney on the line. Joe, how you doing, man?
Great. So you guys are having fun over there.
Hey, now, Joe, we want to make this a regular deal, although we haven't really confirmed this with the business office yet.
Have you talked to anybody in management about this?
So wait, does that mean we're in negotiations right now?
Oh, are you? Have you talked to anyone yet?
No, just to you.
Just Tonelli. Well, you're at square one here.
You can see this is going to go well.
Hey, now, Joe, what we would like to do is every Tuesday or every second Tuesday, we talk to Harbaugh. So you would be filling in for Harbaugh every second Tuesday. How does that sound?
I think that's absolutely hilarious. Harbaugh, you mean to tell me that somebody came up to Harbaugh and said, hey, we'd love to get you on the show, and he went, you know what, I can only give you every other Tuesday?
Yes,
Exactly.
that's
He can only
what he
do
did.
every second Tuesday. He's too intense.
And so, yeah, when I heard, hey, Joe, we want you to go on every other Tuesday, I was thinking, and then I thought, I'm just the leftovers from what Harbaugh won't give you. That's great. Well, hey, I'm cool with that, though.
Hey, now, as a former 49er, did you watch the game against the Seahawks?
Yes.
Okay. Was it disturbing watching that game? First off, was there that intense of a rivalry when you guys played them?
You know what? It just, I mean, because of the fact that we were in the new division, obviously, historically, it's kind of new because Seattle was an AFC team at one point. But so it's the beginning of this type thing. I mean, this is probably the first time when both teams were truly competitive. At that time, we were, when I was playing, it was more like a practice game to Seattle than anything else. Now both teams are legit, and so, it's a great atmosphere. And
man, it's nasty, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's loud. I mean, it's because of the way that they've got that thing set up with the overhangs and those seats, the vertical angle of the seats and stuff up there. The sound just stays in there, and it is just, it's an indiscernible, loud white noise. That just it's unbelievable.
Do you think that there is a possibility that they could possibly enhance the crowd noise using their PA system?
I think they do.
I don't know. You know what? I would say in when I was in Minnesota during the Randy Moss, Dante Culpepper era, there was, because I was on IR and they sat me, this tells you how well they treated their injured athletes. I was way up in the back, standing on a little ledge way up in the corner of the Metrodome up in Minnesota watching the game.
Yeah.
And during timeouts and all that, I could hear up there the white noise and stuff like that. But that place is just it's a different kind of monster, and I love it. Kansas City can get that way, even though, it's a little bit older of a stadium. It just has to do with acoustics and dynamics, and somebody hit the jackpot when it comes to, the fans, the area, and then now the team's playing well. It makes for a great game day atmosphere and a really tough one if you're visiting offense.
Joe, I really think they pipe noise in for those games, too. I think they add to the crowd noise. Now, let me ask you this. When you were playing then, what was the most intense rivalry for the 49ers when you were playing for the 49ers?
You know what? When you're not playing well, there really is none. I mean, see, that's the good thing about being a Niner now versus when I was there. We were trying to get there.
Yeah.
I watched the pieces get built, but I mean, obviously they didn't show up very well, on Sunday, but these are two good franchises. This is a dynamic, young, explosive, exciting team to watch, and they're, I mean, this is a good era in Niner football. So those games are the big rivalries now. I mean, every team that comes in wants to beat the Niners, and it's going to be an electric atmosphere. And that's what's fun. It's fun to sit here and watch it now. I'd love to be playing it, but I mean, it's fun to be a Niner. It's cool.
Hey, now, Joe, we have our sports guy. I don't think you've ever met him before. Ted Ramey is doing sports for us a couple of times an hour. And,
hi, Ted.
Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Right on.
And Ted was telling us about all the trash talking that was going on around this game.
Yeah, I mean, it started off with the talk about the Twitter and the Seahawks that came from Anthony Dixon, and then there's been a lot going on between Richard Sherman and Jim Harbaugh and some of the things he's been saying after the game. I mean, is this something that you really think adds to the rivalry more than what the media makes out of it, or do the players and coaches actually pay attention to it?
You know what? I think as players, you know the magnitude of Twitter and all that, and what you're doing, and so what words you put out there, are going to get a reaction. I think it's, in a way, it can be bad, obviously, but to have the players be there on a personal level to associate with the fans, separately from just the guys that you see on TV and all that, if they can get down there and send a couple, messages to the fans, get stuff going, trash talking, and get everybody to see it on another level, it only helps, and so the fans see that the players are really getting involved into it too. I think that changes things, and it brings everybody a little closer to each other.
Yeah, and
so good overall.
Yeah. What else, Ted?
Oh, I was just to say, in terms of what's been going on between some of the things that Carroll said after the game and Richard Sherman, do you think Harbaugh brings that on himself? Do you think he brings a little bit extra aggression from teams because he's kind of so full of bravado at other instances?
Yeah, he's Coach Harbaugh.
Yeah.
He's his own guy, and he goes and does his thing. I don't know. You can't really tell me that there's another mold on a coach. I mean, he brings his own set of tools to the job, and it's fun to watch him, but the stuff echoes. I mean, he becomes kind of polarizing. So things that he says, things that he does, all of a sudden people scrutinize and they want to, either get behind or get against and all that. So I think even before he even steps on the field, he knows. I mean, but he also knows that he can keep that separate from what's going on inside the locker room, inside the building, and let everybody else do the buzz and all that kind of stuff outside. He'll go and do his job inside the building. And that's his job as a coach. He does it well.
Hey, I've got a quick question for you, Joe. Apparently you've got a hot truck that I was talking to the guys at Team Chevy. They put a brand new engine in your truck for you. Is that right?
Well, it used to be brand new, but it's got about 50,000 miles on it right now. But
holy crap! What kind of engine is this? That's all they were talking about.
They put in basically a Corvette engine into my Silverado.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a little, hey, if I was living down in Alabama, it would be normal. But out here, in the Bay Area.
Are you racing that thing on 17 or what?
No, I'm racing it from gas station to gas station, pretty much.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Joe, we hope to talk to you on a regular basis.
I hope so too, Lamont. I miss you guys.
All right, there we go. The great Joe Nedney. And the next time we have you on the air, I want to ask about the powder that turned everyone's balls blue. He's got a funny,
is a great story.
Practical joke that he played on the players.
Another fine product from Uranus.
That concludes the Lamont and Tonelli podcast. To hear more and everything Lamont and Tonelli, check out the website at lntworld.com.